There's a world of difference between building a business to $100,000 a year, $1 million a year, and then on to 10 million and plus. So, what are some of the things to do to build a $10 million a year business? What are some of the things to consider if that is your target? If you're wanting to build a business to $10 million and more, here's what you should be thinking about. Marketplace size is massively important, massively important. So it's supremely difficult to build a business to $10 million in a very, very small marketplace. Like, it's supremely difficult. So you've got to pick the market that will facilitate that amount of money. Okay. You can't build a business to 10 million in a very, very small marketplace. It just won't work. So you have to pick the right pond to go play in. If your pond is too small, it will limit the size that you can grow. And again, I personally don't think there's anything wrong with that. But if your goal is 10 million, that's your target, you've got to go play in the pool that facilitates 10 million. Okay. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very difficult. You'll have to scoop up every single person in the market, which is just not possible. Second thing, at school and when you get a new job, we have it repeatedly bashed into our heads that making mistakes is bad. Getting things wrong is bad. Okay. It starts from a huge early age and then it's just bum, 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 bum. Don't make mistakes. But the reality is, if you are going to build a business to $10 million, you must make a significant amount of mistakes. You probably are going to get 3 times as many things wrong as you get right. Okay. And this kind of hopefully frees up your mind to actually allow yourself to see mistakes as just a step on the process to your ultimate success. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to get yourself to the point where you can do that. And the biggest things that you've got to come to terms with is at the very start of the process, the product to market fit. Okay. At that scale, you won't get it right first time. You will not get it right first time. You've got to keep altering things and playing with things and just seeing where the marketplace really takes hold of the product and runs with it. It won't happen the first time. Okay. There are only a handful of strategies that will scale. There's only a handful of things that will scale. So if your marketing strategy is writing blog posts, for instance, that will not scale. That does not scale. It will only get you so far. Okay. So to get real scale, you've got to use marketing strategies that will allow you to grow the business really quickly. What are those marketing strategies? They are paid advertising. It's paid advertising. That's the only thing that scales. Okay. Meaning you can put more money into it to get more money out of it. Okay. That's what scale means. So if you aren't prepared to invest into the business in terms of marketing to acquire customers and things like that, then having a goal for 10 million is unreasonable for you. It's unreasonable. Okay. It doesn't make any sense. Better to kind of pitch where you want to go based on what you're prepared to do. That's probably a really good lesson for everybody, is to ascertain what you're prepared to do and then work out where that will let you get to, and then have that as your goal. That's a much more realistic way of setting goals than just saying, oh, I want $10 million a year business, but I don't want to work 80 hours a week, and I don't want to invest the money in the business, and da, 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 da. That's just not realistic. Okay. At $10 million, then what you're probably going to be in is a niche which has got high consumer demand for the most part. And at that demand, your story about your product is probably more important than the product itself. Okay, so at that large scale where you just wanted to sell a shitload of stuff, most people are looking for just a reasonable solution to their problem. Okay, they're just looking for something that's good enough to do the job, good enough to do the job. That's what they're usually looking for. And I love selling things that are very, very high end and are the best in the marketplace. I love that, you know. But the truth is that the biggest proportion of people are in the middle. They're in the middle. They're just wanting to buy the thing that does, they just want to buy the mouse. You know, they don't give a rat's ass that the mouse comes from Switzerland and that it's made out of carbon fiber and the reaction time. They don't give a rat's ass about that. They just want the mouse. And as long as the mouse does the job and does the job well and doesn't fall apart, that's okay. Okay. So the story, therefore, is probably more important than the product at that scale. Having said that, you can't just sell the same mouse that somebody else sells. So you must differentiate the product. You must be different in the product, different in the marketplace. They must see you as being different in the marketplace. Otherwise, they won't choose your version of the thing. They'll just go with somebody else's version of the thing. Okay, so differentiation matters at that scale, but differentiation can happen using story and brand and things like that. Okay, that's been my understanding. Hi, this is Neil-Asher from the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, with over 2,500 members and growing here in Australia. We're actually the fastest growing professional community of e-commerce entrepreneurs here in Australia, with sales, by the way, of over $50 million online. If you'd like to find out more about what we do at the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, and of course how we can help you get started building and growing your own e-commerce empire, get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. The link for that is directly in the chat, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.